Hello and welcome to the Growing Green podcast. Your host, Jeremiah Jennings, is the owner of Growing Green Landscapes in Birmingham, Alabama, and has a passion for growing the entrepreneurship community for those who are young in business. Being a business owner isn't easy, especially in the early years, and that's why in this show we dive into a wide range of topics covering all the challenges small business owners deal with. Even if your company is generating $1 million or more, the stories from our great guest and Jeremiah's own firsthand experiences will propel your business forward. And now, here's your host, Jeremiah Jennings.
What's going on, everybody? Thank you so much for tuning in to the episode today here on the Growing Green podcast. This is your host, Jeremiah Jennings, and I am super excited to come to you today with another fresh new episode for your Wednesday. Hope you guys are doing fantastic. Hope you are crushing it this week. And the weather is turning where you are. I am enjoying myself in the beautiful Orlando, Florida weather. In the middle of January, it is nice to be down here and outside. It's 63 degrees and it's 7 p.m. So gotta love that. I love that I'm not bundled up in a coat. I'm not dealing with snow or ice. A lot of you guys get a lot worse than we do, but we're coming off. We got 3 inches of snow last week, which is unheard of for Alabama. And so we are soaking up the rays down here in Florida, and I'm very, very thankful for the opportunity to be here. We're on vacation with family, friends, having a good time, and it's been a joy, and looking forward to the rest of the week here. But I wanted to come to you and talk to you, update you on. Went to the LMN mastermind for half a day on Monday, and that was awesome as always. I got to hear Mark Sedgley speak, the other Mark, as some would call him now. That's got his nickname as he's come into LMN, and he's the new CEO of LMN. If you're not familiar with Mark Sedgley, he's the new CEO after Mark Bradley, the founder, sold it, and so Mark Bradley is still on as an advisor of the company and is still involved in some things there, but Mark Sedgley is the new CEO, and he's doing some great things. He comes over from Single Ops, and he's the CEO at Single Ops, and Single Ops actually acquired LMN, and so that is what's happening in the software space right now, in case you didn't know, a little industry news and update, but he's doing, like I said, he's doing great things. I'm very pleased with, I think, the direction of where the company's going. I've been blessed to have quite a few conversations with some higher ups at LMN and getting to talk to them and hear their stories and their plans and goals for the company. It's exciting to see. Like it's not. I don't think it's going to change that much anywhere in the near future. It's going to be a great couple years ahead, I believe. I believe the industry is heading in the right direction, and I think LMN is going to partner with so many of you and myself to help us do that. It's going to be a great time of just growth and development, and we got to hear where I was going with this is I got to hear Mark Sedgley speak today, which was very cool. He did a session in the afternoon of the mastermind here in Orlando, and he talked on core values and just the importance of core values, what they are, how you create them, all the things that go along with that, and it was very eye-opening. Eye-opening is not the right word. It was very refreshing to hear. We actually, thankfully, have our core values set. We set those back in the springtime, and I've since updated them and kind of reduced them. I got them down to 3 because we had 5, and 5 was just a little bit too much to remember, I think, at scale. You can do it, obviously, but I heard somebody say one time, if you can't get it more than 3, if you can't condense it down to 3, then it shouldn't be in there. And so just try to condense the best you can. And that's what I've tried to do is condense and bring everything under these 3 umbrellas. And so our core values are safety, quality, and reliability. I think those 3 embody the company that I'm trying to build at the foundational level. I think some of those will change and adapt and grow as we grow, for sure. I know they will. But that's where we're at right now in the foundations of our company. And, we've been in business for 6 years, but 2025 is literally the foundational year, I think, for our business moving forward. We had a great year in 24, learned a lot, but we have a lot of changes coming in 25, and we're going to be a much, much better company from it. And so I heard Mark speak on core values, and we have ours created already, but I think a lot of guys took some really good things away from it. And one of the things that I like that he did at the end, he put a little spin on it. Well, before we get to the end, he talked about, God, it's gonna escape me now as I try to sit here and talk about it. What is the word? I'll never remember. He essentially was talking about having value. You're gonna have one or two values in there that are gonna be like integrity, honesty, reliability, some of those things that go into what was I do not remember the word he said for it. Forgive me, live on the spot. I don't remember the word that he said. I'll remember it after I finish recording this, obviously. But anyway, he was talking about that, and then just working through like really truly embodying what does your company embody, what are you trying to do. But then at the end, he was talking about how when you create those words, you must form a sentence with those words and explain how your company embodies that word or phrase or whatever you choose. And so that was something to me that I was like, you know what, that's something I haven't done. I have not actually stopped and created a word for quality. How does Growing Green bring quality into a sentence and turn it into like, hey, this is how we do this. This is how we perform this. And so it was cool to hear that side. It was just a little thing, like a little nugget to take away on that as well. He helped people build core values. Essentially, it was a great little session. I know people got value from it. The whole mastermind program, like mastermind attendance as a whole, has been awesome to see. Guys all over the country going. But it is kind of crazy to me, like the value that people have access to and they don't take advantage of. If you're listening to the show, you probably take advantage of these things, the majority of you. But guys, we're in Orlando, Florida. It is downtown Orlando it's I swear I want to call it like the landscape capital of the world for opportunity. You have Disney World here. They have their own like landscape crew, right? But I was talking to a couple people down here. They actually sub out some of their stuff. Like they hire it out. So some of their hotels and outlying properties, everything in the park is done in-house, from my understanding. But they sub out some other properties. But aside from Disney, they have so many hotels and resorts down here. The commercial space it's just crazy. It's wild, the opportunity. And so as we like come down here and look at this stuff, I'm like, man, there's so many companies. There has to be. The opportunity is endless. Everywhere you look, there's grass to be mowed. There's palm trees to be trimmed. There's bushes to be trimmed. There's mulch or pine straw to be laid. There's flowers to be replaced. Like, there's stuff everywhere. We're in Orlando. It's everywhere. There's got to be a million companies. There may have been 70 people in that room today. Like, you could find 70 companies within a 10-mile radius probably. And I'm just like, guys, what are we doing? Like, what is the reasoning for this? And I don't know why I shouldn't be preaching to you because, like I said, a lot of you have attended these events. You're in the community. You're in the networks. Like, you're learning, growing every day. But it just blows my mind, the opportunity that people have. And it's not always easy. It's not always convenient. And maybe that's my topic. That's my title for today. Growth is not convenient. Success is not convenient. And the amount of people that I see, like, judging other people or saying, like, oh, it must be nice, it must be this, must be that. Like, guys, I don't think you understand. If you want to be successful and you want to grow, it's going to take some uncomfortable moments. It's going to take time doing things that you didn't necessarily want to do. Like, I'm in the middle of vacation with my family. I didn't just go to the event to, like shake hands and kiss babies and just, like, have a good time. I went to the event to learn more about my business and to grow my network. And what does growing your network do in the long run? It gets more people knowing you. It's not about who you know. It's about who knows you. I know who Mark Sedgley is, right? But does Mark Sedgley know who I am? Because if he doesn't know who I am, then what good does it do me to know who he is? You have to go out of your comfort zone sometimes. You have to do things that not necessarily everybody wants to do. Like, you think Savannah was just, like, tickled pink that I'd left our family vacation to go to an event for half a day? Now, look, we had family reservations. We had an event this morning. I attended all that. I did not leave my family out to dry. Don't get any of that in your head. Like, this is a half a day out of a 7-day trip. But yeah, it would have been fun to be with my family on vacation, and I still am. But opportunities like this, going to these events, is what affords us to be on a 7-day vacation. Like, and if you're struggling in your marriage right now, this is a topic that me and Savannah could probably talk about on the show on Mondays. If you're struggling with your wife not supporting you and doing that, then like that's on you to better communicate and prove and show in your daily lives that this stuff is what helps you do that. And how my GPS is going off. Got a car show going on here. This is what teaches you and shows you how you do this stuff. Like, this is how you get to the point of going on a 7-day vacation. And you have to realize that it's not necessarily wrong for your spouse to be like upset with you for leaving or something if you're not growing your life and you're still taking the time to go do these things. If you're missing out on family events but nothing's changing, well, that's on you. Who do you have to look at? You have to look at yourself in the mirror every day. And for me, I sit here and I look and I'm so thankful that like we're in a different spot, honestly, because I have started taking action and making changes and decisions with my time. And so I get value out of going to these events, and I prove that in our lifestyle now changes from it. But 3 or 4 years ago, if I would have tried to do this on a vacation, Savannah would look at me like, what are you doing? You're not leaving. Like, you're not leaving our family vacation to do this. And there would be contention, and that would be a source of contention and argument and a fight and all the above. But that's not the case anymore, because Savannah fully supports my dreams and visions and goals and where I want to go with podcast and Instagram or whatever social media you want to call it. And I'm about to watch a wreck happen. But all of those things that we are doing in everyday life, she supports that. She supports our business growth. She sees where that's going. This event is literally about growing my business. And so it's like, as she sees these things and supports these things, then yeah, we're going to continue to do them. But it's not going to cause near as much contention and arguments and frustrations because she sees changes being made. And so that's on you as a leader of your family to make that decision, guys. You got to actually, if you're going to do it, you're going to make the time and the investment, spend the money, you better see action and change from it. You better over-deliver. Like, don't sit there and cast a vision and sell a vision and create a goal like we talked about on Monday and then not fulfill it. And maybe that's you. Maybe you're the one that doesn't want to leave your family vacation. And I'm not saying go leave your family vacation to go. But, like, maybe that's something that's uncomfortable. You go get in a room of people that are doing $50 million in revenue, $10 million in revenue, and you're doing $100,000, right? It's the same comparison. You're doing $100,000 in revenue, somebody's doing 10, and that's where you want to go. You may want to go get around them if you have the opportunity. And so it's going to cause you to do uncomfortable things. Success and growth is not convenient. It's just not. It's long days, late nights. And so I want you to, like, as we head into 2025, as this whole industry changes and shifts, and you have endless opportunity in front of you. Endless opportunity. There's no one stopping you except you. Absolutely no one. The internet is on your side. Artificial intelligence is on your side. Like, it's all here, laid out for you. Take it and take action, and you can grow. It's all there. So as we go into the new year, as we sit here and look at, what could we be doing to move the stick forward? Like, just one foot in front of the other. What are you doing? Look at those actionable steps as you sit here and start at the beginning of the year. We talked about it in our event on Wednesday. Build a budget. Build a budget early on. If you're in LMN, build a budget. If you're not in LMN, sign up for LMN, use code Jeremiah or Roadmap, and build a budget. Like, it's that simple. Get a budget built. Go off of whatever data you have from last year. Make it happen. And then you're going to work the year. We collected data in 24. It's funny that I can't wait to look back on this in 5 years and be like, you know what? This was the year of this was the year of that, this was the year of this. Looking back, 2024 was the year of collecting data. Like, it's not even a question. That's what we did, was collected data. 2025, the year of documentation. We're documenting everything. We're walking through everything. There's going to be a camera in my hand the majority of the year, creating company-specific training videos, just like plans, processes, procedures, all of the things. So 2024 was the year of data and recording data and looking over that stuff. This year is going to be the year of documentation. And so it's, as we look forward, and when I say collect data, what we did is inside of LMN, we built our budget to start the year, right? But we didn't have the data to collect everything and know everything. We didn't have this historical data to say we're going to do this much in revenue or we have this many estimates come in. Now at the end of this year, I could look and say, you know what? We did $500,000 with based off of 70 estimates or whatever the number. That's just really a random number. We produced 70 estimates this year. Well, we need to produce 140 if we want to get to $1 million. Right? So how many more estimates do we need to bring in the door? What does that look like? Okay. How long do we spend on the yard? How much did we spend in labor? What percentage of our revenue was labor versus overhead versus material? Like, what are my costs of goods sold? All of those things that go into running a business, you have to collect data on. Good data in, good data out. It's not easy to do every day. I suck at it a lot of the times. But this year's the year of going off the data we collected last year, running a much more efficient, lean operation, documenting everything. And when I mean everything, down to how you hook up a trailer, to how you string a weed eater. Going through all of those things and steps and processes so that we can train people moving forward, we can scale. And who knows what 2026 looks like. No clue what the year that will be. But you know what? I'll know when this time gets here next year. I'll know what we have to focus on. We'll look back and we'll say, you know what, we did this decent in 25. We did this kind of sucky. This we have to work on and be better at. Here we go next year. It's not going to be easy. You don't have the answers. Like, you have a lot of things laid out there for you. You have a lot of opportunity. But it's not something that someone's going to say, literally, here's, like, I don't know. You know, some would say you have an open book test in today's world. Things that we have now versus what people built companies with 15 years ago, 10 years ago, it's not even on the same scale. So some would say, yeah, you have a chance to get 100 on your test because it's all open book. It's all right here. You just have to take action. And it's not always going to be easy, and it's not going to be comfortable, it's not going to be sexy, but guess what? When you're sitting there in 10 years or 15 years or 20 years or however long you want to set your time up for, and you're living the life you want to live with ultimate time freedom, spend whatever money you want to spend, go wherever you want to go, do whatever you want to do, or whatever that is that you want to hit, right? Whatever the goal that is you're searching for, help as many people as you can help. When you get there, you'll look back and say, you know what, it sucked, but it was worth it. It sucked in some times. It didn't suck overall. Like, there were some down times, but look what it's afforded us to do. Now, you have to stay within reason. You have to make sure that you're not sacrificing your family and your things that are the most important to you, right? Business operates to serve the family and the family lifestyle. We don't live to serve the business. But there are times where you got to do things you don't want to do. And that's okay. Growth comes from that. Growth comes from you and your spouse sitting there having the conversations of, hey, you know what, I understand that you don't want me to go. I don't want to go either. But these are things that we need to do to reinvest and grow the company. And it's not always going to be easy. It's not always going to be like shining, sunshine and rainbows. But it's part of it. It's part of the process. And guess what? We agreed to the process. Or did you agree to the process? Are you chasing the life that you laid out when you got married? And guess what? If you're newly married, or maybe you're 5 years married. That's what me and Savannah are coming up on, which is crazy. Half of a decade we've been married, almost a whole decade we've been dating. If you started or dated or whatever, got married with a different plan for life than you have now, like I did, I wanted to have a good little business, have a good little life, be good, live out on a farm, build a barn dough, whatever, make a couple bucks, have a good life. Well, now my life is totally different. I have $100 million conversations now instead of $10 conversations. My goal is to grow a $5 to $10 million landscape company with 50 to 100 employees and have a really, really, really big lifestyle. That's not what my goal was when we started. That's not what me and Savannah talked about or agreed to when we started. So what does that mean? It means you better have a conversation with your spouse before you make rash decisions. And that comes from literally, it's crazy. I can say this, years of experience now. Doing this with Savannah, creating this lifestyle, growing what we're doing now. Our business has grown year over year, every year. Like, we did almost 5. I think we're going to end the year at like 490 something for 2024. 2021, we did 170,000. So, like, we've grown year over year since then. But, no, I think I did 70,000 in 2021. I don't remember. We've grown year over year is what I'm saying. But not, our trajectory for where we're wanting to go has changed in the last 18 months. 18 months, really. There's been a lot of conversations over the last 18 months. A lot of disagreements, a lot of things have come to a head, a lot of just like, you know what? This is tough, but we have to work through this. We have to figure it out. And we're going to create our vision together and cast it and chase it. And we've done that. And we are full steam ahead. Like, we're ready to rock and roll. And it doesn't mean we have everything figured out. It doesn't mean that we are like, again, all sunshine and rainbows in our marriage. What it means is we are in full support of each other and where we both know where we want to go. And the steps along the way are going to be a little challenging and uncomfortable, and we're going to have disagreements, and things are going to be talked about. Yes. But we know at the end of the day, every decision that each of us make should be made towards our greater vision. And if that's true, if our decisions are truly being made towards our goals and dreams, then at the end of the day, we should support each other in those decisions and those actions because we're both chasing the same thing. It may put strain on you in the moment. It may not make you feel good. It may stress you out. But at the end of the day, you're on the exact same team, chasing the exact same goal, and you are the best people to get you there. Get help along the way. Get in a peer group. Get around other like-minded people. Talk about all these things. Right? But there's just no way that you should be relying on someone else. It's you and your spouse together. If you're not married yet, it's you and you alone is the only thing stopping you from going where you want to go. I hope that as you grow, you get around people, you elevate your conversations, you elevate your listening, what you listen to every single day. Like, guys, if my podcast was staying the same, if I was putting out the same content I was 4 years ago, I would hope you didn't listen to my show in 4 years. I would hope you were on to bigger and better things. Now, my content and what we're doing now is ever changing, ever growing, ever developing. My goal is to put a show out here and create a community that we grow in together. You come with me, you watch my business grow, we do it together. I watch your business grow, you share me your wins, your losses, your ups, your downs, everything in between, and we grow together. But you have to be very careful with what you put in your ears every single day. There's a lot of options, some good, some bad, some in between. You may consider this an in-between one, that's fine. But my goal and passion is to help you grow your life and your business. And I hope that you can see that. We're actively putting in the work. We're actively doing it ourselves. I'm having the conversations at events. Like, these are the things that I'm passionate about. I took some time out of my family vacation to go talk to people at events, network, hang out, grow my business, right? You have to realize that the actions you take daily affect your long-term plans. And if you can't do it and be disciplined in your decisions daily, you will look back in 3 years and say, where am I at? What am I doing? You're going to be listening to the same podcast who hasn't changed their life at all. Because here's the thing. If you listen to my podcast and my life grows and succeeds and develops and yours doesn't, you're not going to keep listening. You're going to be like, well, this doesn't make sense. Like, this doesn't apply to me anymore. He's too big. He's a big fish for me. Whereas, like, if you listen every single day and your life grows with it, and you listen to our show, then you're like, okay, well, yeah, we're growing together. But, like, if you're just stuck right there and you listen to the same thing over and over and over and over again and your life doesn't change at all, something's probably wrong. Something is probably very wrong. And so I hope that as you grow, you realize these things become more available, and just like your eyes open to them more. I am here for you in any way possible. Anything I can do to help you, please let me know, and I want to help you. This year is going to be an amazing year. I am more pumped up than I've ever been. We're going to have an amazing staff. We're going to crush some landscapes. We're going to take over some amazing properties. We're going to change the game in our lives and our business, and you're going to be here to see the front row for it. I want to see the front row of yours. Join our email list. Stay in touch. There's a link in the show notes to join the email list today. If you want to get out on that, that's a weekly email that's going to go out this year, talking all the things, just business updates, life, everything in between, events. I want to stay in touch with you, though. Get on Instagram, shoot me a DM, post your content there. You don't need to be a content creator or anything like that. You just need to post your daily life. Hey, this is what we're doing. This is what we're going through. I'm there to engage and connect with you all. I love seeing stories. Stories are awesome. And I hope that as we grow and as we move forward, then we can do it all together and see everybody's business change along the way. But we are on vacation. We are here for the next couple days, just enjoying some time down south. It is a good refresher to get just take a big sigh, a big deep breath, and know that when we get home, it's time to go back to work and hit it hard. I'm still working while I'm here, still doing emails and estimates and things like that, what I can do remotely. But it is just that time to kind of rest, reset, recharge, and hit spring hard. We'll be mowing in literally 6 weeks, which is just mind-blowing to me. We'll be trimming crepe myrtles, putting out pine straw, mulch, all that stuff in 2. And so it is right here. There's really not even much of a break anymore. That's the kind of business we're trying to grow, though, right? Big business, keep people on, keep staff employed, and just grow their lives as well. So if we can help you, reach out and let me know. Growing Green Podcasts everywhere. Share it, like it, subscribe to it, all of the things. And we look forward to serving you even more in 2025. But without any further ado, guys, thank you for listening. And this is going to wrap this one up. We look forward to catching up with everybody here on the next one.
Thanks for tuning in to the Growing Green podcast. It is an honor to have you listening, and we hope you receive valuable advice to help take your business to the next level. Don't forget to follow the podcast so you'll be notified when our next episode drops.